Nandan Braj Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Bol Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Jai Shri Gauranitai ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Govardhan Puja ki Jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirajet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Neshtaki Leyendo el Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 3. Era 6, ¿no? Capítulo 6.
Capítulo 6, texto 9.
Sexto 9. Muy bien, gracias. Sadyatma sadidaivascha
Sadhyatma sadidaivasya
sadibhuta iti trida
Sadibhuta iti trida
virat prano dasha vidha
Virat pranodasa vida
ekada hridayena cha
Ekada hridayena cha
Sadhyatma sadivadaivascha
Sadhyatma sadidaivasya
sadibhuta iti trida
Sadibhuta iti trida
virat prano dasha vidha
Virat pranodasa vida
ekada hridayena cha
Ekada hridayena cha
Sadhyatma sadidaivascha
Sadhyatma sadidaivasya
sadibhuta iti tridha
Sadibhuta iti trida
virat prano dasha vidha
Virat pranodasa vida
ekada hridayenascha
Ekada hridayena cha
Sadhyatma sadidaivascha sadibhuta iti tridha Virat prano dasha vida ekadardayena cha
Sadyatma sadidaivasya
Sadyatma sadidaivascha
Sadibhuta iti trida
Sadibhuta iti trida
Virat pranoda savida
Virat prano dasha vida
Ekada hridayena cha
ekadardayena cha Sadyatma sadidaivascha Sadibhuta iti trida
Virat
Ratmano dashahida Ekatma daivanascha cha Sadyatma sadidaivascha Sadibhuta iti trida Virat prano dashahida Ekadardayena cha Sadyatma
Sadyatma
el cuerpo y la mente con todos los sentidos.
el cuerpo y la mente con todos los sentidos.
Saadidaiva
Sadadivaiva
y los semidioses controladores de los sentidos.
y los semidioses controladores de los sentidos.
Cha
Cha
y Saadibhuta
Sadaibuta
los objetivos presentes.
los objetivos presentes.
Iti
Iti
de esta manera.
de esta manera.
Trida
Trida
3.
3.
Virata
Virat
gigantesco.
virantesco.
Prana
Prana
fuerza matriz.
fuerza motriz.
Dashavidha
Dashavidha
10 clases.
10 clases.
Ekada
De cada
solo una.
solo una.
Hridayena
Hridayena
energía viviente.
energía viviente.
Cha
Cha
también.
también.
La gigantesca forma universal está representando por 3, 10 y 1 en el sentido en que es el cuerpo, la mente y los sentidos. Es la fuerza dinámica de todos los movimientos realizados por las 10 clases de energía vital y es el corazón único en la energía vital se genera. Significado por Srila Prabhupada ki jai. En Bhagavad Gita 7.4.5 se declara que 8 elementos tierra, agua, fuego, aire, cielo, mente, inteligencia y ego falso son todos productos de la energía inferior del Señor, mientras que las entidades vivientes que se van utilizando la energía inferior pertenecen originalmente a la energía superior, la potencia interna del Señor. Las 8 energías inferiores actúan de manera burda y sutil, mientras que la energía superior actúa como la fuerza generadora central. Eso se experimenta en el cuerpo humano. Los elementos densos, es decir, la tierra, etc., forman el cuerpo denso exterior y son como un abrigo, mientras que la mente ego falso son sutiles, actúan como la ropa interior del cuerpo. Los movimientos del cuerpo se generan primero a partir del corazón y de los sentidos accionados por 10 clases de aire que hay dentro del cuerpo, hacen que ocurran todas las actividades del mismo. Las 10 clases de aire se describen de la siguiente manera. El principal aire que pasa a través de la nariz durante la respiración se llama prana. El aire que pasa a través del recto como aire corporal que se evacúa se denomina apana. El aire que se ajusta el alimento dentro del estómago y algunas veces suena en forma de eructo recibe el nombre samana. El aire que pasa a través de la garganta y cuya obstrucción constituye el ahogo se denomina udhana. El aire total que se circula por el cuerpo se llama dhyana. Hay también otros aires más sutiles que estos 5. Aquel que facilita la apertura de los ojos, de la boca, se denomina naga. El aire que aumenta el apetito se denomina krikara. El aire que ayuda a la contracción se llama kurma. El aire que ayuda al relajamiento mediante la apertura de la boca se denomina devadatta. El aire que ayuda a manutención se denomina aire dhananjaya. Todos esos aires se generan en el centro del corazón, que es únicamente uno. Esta energía central es la energía superior del Señor, que está situado dentro del corazón con el alma del cuerpo, la cual se actúa bajo la guía del Señor. Bueno, como es un significado largo, vamos a parar aquí y si luego da tiempo vamos a seguir leyendo el significado. Om Agyanatimirandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurnimilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Jai Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bueno, bienvenidos. Un día muy auspicioso. Welcome all of you to the most auspicious day, one of the biggest celebration of Vaishnava society. Hoy se celebra el festival de Govardhan, que también se llama Annakuta Festival. So today is the Govardhan festival, which is also known as Annakuta. Anna es alimentos, y Kuta es una montaña. So Annakuta signifies a mountain of food, mountain of elements, eatables. So vamos a primero comentar algo del verso de hoy y luego también comentamos algo de Sri Govardhan, que luego a lo largo de hoy y mañana también vamos a hablar de Govardhan. So we are going to speak a little about the verse of today, and then also we are going to comment of Sri Govardhan, because it's a very auspicious day in the life of a devotee. So in this verse, there are different elements of material nature are described. Basically, we can categorize in two, the inferior and the superior energy, which we also discussed last week. Entonces, en ese verso, diferentes elementos de la creación del Señor está descrito, básicamente la energía superior y la energía inferior. So it is stated in this Bhagavad Gita 7.4.5, Bhumi apo nalo vayu kham mano buddhir evacha ahankariti yamme binna prakati ashtada. So it is in this verse, Bhagavad Gita 7.4, Krishna is describing the external energies of his, which is earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Now we have lots of water, thanks to Krishna, after a long time. Entonces, en este verso, de Bhagavad Gita 7.4, los elementos materiales externos, por eso se llama Binna Prakriti, está descrito, que es tierra, fuego, aire, agua, éter. Y gracias a Dios tenemos mucha agua. So we can see the external energies of the Lord are necessary for our use, day-to-day use, so that the material nature comes into existence. And these inferior energies are basically dominated and supervised and utilized by the superior energy. So esa energía inferior está siendo utilizado por la energía superior. And which is the superior energy of Krishna? Jiva Bhuta Mahabhavo. Jiva es la energía superior. Living entities, we are superior energy of Krishna. Although we are Prakriti, but we are Para Prakriti. So there are two types of Prakriti. The inferior Prakriti, which is the inert, and the active Prakriti, which is the Jiva. So that is described in the 7.4 is described the earth, water, fire, ether, and the next verse is described apareyam itastwanyam prakriti vidit me param jiva bhuta mahabhavo yajedam jayate jagat. So Krishna is saying, besides this inferior energies, 8 elements, there is a superior energy, which is the para prakriti, and which is the jiva, the living entities. So when anything is superior, is automatically controlling the inferior, and that is why we like to control the inferior material nature, because we are superior. Entonces la energía superior del Señor son las jivas, jiva bhuta, que básicamente, porque son eternos, en esencia es el mismo que el Señor, y cuando es algo superior intenta controlar el inferior. But there is also another superior energy, which is Krishna's internal energy, which is Radharani, Śrī Kṛṣṇa and the Vishnu Tattvas. The difference between them and us is, in a sense, we are the same. We are Satchit Ananda, but we are very minute. And we are dependent on that superior Krishna's energy, which is he himself and his spiritual creation. So we, as living entities, although we are the one and same in essence, but not in the quantity, so that we have always to depend on him. Entonces nosotros somos infinitesimales energías jivas que estamos dependiendo de la manutención del Señor. We by ourselves, we cannot survive without the existence or without the help of Krishna. We need his assistance, we need his help, because we have only minute independence. And what is our independence? This minute independence? What is this minute independence we have? The free will, correct. The free will is only for 2 things. Either we can choose Krishna or we can choose Maya. That's it. There's no other thing. There's no other third alternative. Means serving a body, serving our senses, serving, sense gratification is all serving Maya. And serving Krishna and his devotees is serving his internal energy. Mahatmanas tu mam partha devim prakritim ashrata bhajanti ananya manaso gyatva bhutadim avyayam. So the Mahatmas are always absorbed in serving his internal energy, which is through bhakti, through devotional service. So over here, Krishna is explaining all these different types of energies. Also, he's explaining one very technical thing of the 10 types of prana, 10 types of life air, which is present in our bodies, without which our bodies cannot function. So Krishna también está explicando 10 tipos de aire vital que está presente en nuestro cuerpo. So the air which is coming from the nostril is called prana. So prana is actually, we say, is life. That's prana. Actually, the translation of prana is life. In Hindi also, pran means life. So entonces prana es el aire vital que fluye a través de nuestra nariz, y la traducción de prana es vida. So all these life airs are functioning and they are coming in the body because of one thing, one important thing. And what is that important thing which is there, which is creating all this prana? We read it in the verse today. Is the presence of what is creating the prana? Yes, but in a body, who is creating the prana? The soul. Yes. And the soul is present in the heart region. And actually that is why from the heart is the life airs are coming. All these life airs are moving in the body because of the presence of the soul. As soon as the soul leaves, you see, in the olden days, they used to do the proof of cotton. They used to put a cotton over here. No breathing means finished. No prana. Entonces, en los tiempos antiguos se ponía un algodón. Cuando no hay respiración, quiere decir que está muerto. Esa respiración o prana está causado por la presencia del alma. So, my brother had a meeting with the doctor for some problem in the heart, a cardiologist. And So there was, sometimes the heart starts beating very fast or sometimes very slow. It's called arrhythmia. And he was describing how the heart starts beating because of some electrical impulse which is there in the heart. It's making the heart beat. Because there's no battery. You see anything in this phone, if we have your phone, Prabhu, okay, if you don't charge one day, what happened? Off. Battery off, finished. We say phone is dead, isn't it? We say phone is dead. But have we questioned what is making the heart beat every day? There's no battery. We are not charging any battery. So the heart is beating because of electrical impulse. Electricity is generated and it's making the beat heart. And what is causing this electrical impulse is the presence of the soul. This is a proof that the soul exists. So who said soul does not exist? Tell him, when a person's soul goes away, okay, you can take an artificial heart, artificial battery and pump blood and make the body alive. Why can't you make it alive? But the soul is finished, soul is gone. So whatever you do, it will not function. Entonces, la presencia de alma dentro del cuerpo es el que hace latir el corazón, hace mover todos los diferentes aire vitales, los 10 tipos de aire vitales, y hace funcionar el cuerpo. So the soul, Jai Shri Gaura ki Jai. So the soul is described in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita as amazing. Something amazing. The soul is so minute. It is 1/10,000 part of the tip of the hair. So small size. And it is making a big body like 70, 80 kilos move. A body of an elephant is weighing more than, 2,000, 3,000 kilos. And it is making the body of an elephant move. It is making a body of a crocodile move. Everything by just a small, tiny portion of the Lord, Supreme Lord. We are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, isn't it? And that small, tiny part of the Supreme Lord is making such a body, big body, move. And now we can consider that the Lord himself, who's personified such an Ananda Vigraha, how he makes the full universes move. Just because of his one breathing, all the universes come out, all the living entities are filled inside. Everything happens in the life. We consider our life such a long life, actually. But our life is just a very, very insignificant part of this full creation. Like in one day of Brahma, there's 1,000 Chaturyugas coming, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. And in each yuga, there's so many living entities. And like this 1,000 times, and that's only one day of Brahma. And like this one day, one night, and 365 days and 100 days of Brahma. There's 4,320,000,000,000,000 years. That is only one Brahma. And like this thousands of Brahmas in different universes. And that is only one breath of Lord. So we can imagine the greatness of Lord. I think we should speak in English because nobody is Spanish over here. They understand English, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But maybe for the TV, yeah, just say it real brief. So, entonces nosotros no podemos imaginar la grandeza del Señor, porque su respiración, en una respiración entra todo este Brahma, o sea, miles de Brahmas, y cada Brahma tiene 100 años, y esto dentro de 100 años hay varios días, 4 trillones, 300 billones de años que vive el Brahma. Eso solo es una respiración del Señor. So, we have to understand the essence. The essence is that we are spiritual living beings, and this body is just a jacket. Just a, now it's raining, I'm wearing something, raincoat. When it's summer, I just wear t-shirt. We change every day our clothes, but we are remaining the same. So soul is changing bodies, one body, another body, and we are giving so much importance only to the body, and we are forgetting the soul. Entonces nosotros estamos dando tanta importancia al cuerpo que es cambiando todos los días, todos los años y todas las vidas tenemos diferentes cuerpos. So there's one very nice story. It's about, have you heard about this famous detective? His name was, let me remember, I had written down. Huh? Sherlock Holmes. Oh, you know that story. Sherlock Holmes, yeah. So Sherlock Holmes and his assistant was Watson. You remember Watson? James Watson, yeah. So one day they go for camping, and they are lying down on the ground camping, and they're sleeping, and in the middle of the night they awake. And then Sherlock Holmes asks Watson, "What do you see?" "Oh, I see astronomically there's so many stars and constellations and so many galaxies, and I can see the planets moving, and meteorologically I can see that there's a cloudy sky and tomorrow is going to rain, and this I can see maybe it's 2:15 in the morning because they didn't have a watch. So many things, is going on saying. And Watson is saying to Shakespeare, "What do you see?" He's saying, "Well, I see that somebody has stolen a tent." We were sleeping in a tent and somebody stole it. That is why you can see everything. Entonces esa es la historia de Watson y ¿cómo se llama? De Sherlock Holmes, era detective, y entonces fueron a acampar por la noche y por la noche se despiertan los dos y Sherlock Holmes le pregunta a su asistente Watson, ¿qué ves? Dice, veo las estrellas, las galaxias y parece que va a llover, que el tiempo es tal y no sé qué. Y empieza a contar diferentes cosas y luego Watson le pregunta a Sherlock Holmes, ¿tú qué ves? Dice, yo veo que nosotros estábamos durmiendo en una tienda de campaña y alguien ha robado y por eso estamos viendo todo esto. So the moral of the story is that we are going so many in details, and we are missing the main point. We are worried of what is happening now, the war, how many bombs, and this technology and that technology, and drones are coming, and this is happening and that is happening. We are worried of so small things in different parts of the universe, in our own body. And what we are not worried is that this life is just a temporary life, which will just pass away, in no matter of time, just in like a flash. And we will lose this important human body, which is meant for the worship of the Lord, and which is meant for elevating us to the spiritual sky. We miss out that, and we are just concentrating on the details. Entonces, la moraleja de esa historia es que nosotros como estamos tan concentrados en todos los detalles que está pasando en el universo, de guerras, de lluvias, de tal, estudiando diferentes cosas, que perdemos el factor más importante, que ese cuerpo humano está destinado o está dado por el Señor para autorrealización, para realizar que nosotros somos sirviente eterno del Señor. So when we realize that we are the parts and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and our main duty, Saiva Pumsha Paro Dharmo, Yato Bhakti Radok Saje, Ahi Tuki Apratihata, Yayatma Suprasidyati. So the prime duty of all living entity is to offer devotional service to the Lord. And such devotional service must be uninterrupted and unmotivated. Aituki apratiyata. Not with motive. Everybody goes to Lord normally. Even before coming to ISKCON, I was the same. Maybe still I'm the same. But before, our motive was only to ask something to God. Oh God, please, I want to, stay in my exams and my school, and I want to pass my exams, and I want to go to college. I want to go to good college. I need a good job. I need a good wife. I need good children. Always asking. Entonces, normalmente las personas comunes, incluso yo, hemos educado en esta cultura que siempre íbamos a Dios a pedir. Dame empleo, dame dinero, dame mujer, dame esto, dame otro, dame. So Prabhupada says Krishna is not a bread factory. Oh Lord, give me my daily bread. They pray.
But he is the father. He is the father. Children can ask the father.
Yeah, he will give as it is. But why are you asking such an insignificant thing? Like a story of a woman lifting a big bundle of wood. She was going in the forest, lifting a big bundle of wood for cooking. She needed, before nowadays there's electric gas and everything. Before you had to cut the wood, take it to the house. And she was carrying this big bundle of wood, and suddenly this wood all falls down. It breaks open, and she's saying, "Oh Krishna, please come, help me." So Krishna hears the prayer, and he really comes. "Oh, my mother, what do you want?" "Oh Krishna, thank you for coming. Please, can you collect all this wood because my back is paining? Can you collect this wood and put it back on my head again? I want to carry the wood to house to cook for my children." Krishna says, "Okay." In 1 second, all the wood is tight and come to the head. And Krishna goes away. And then when she's walking, and she's saying, "Oh my God, what did I ask Krishna? Such an insignificant thing. Krishna, God has come himself. He could have given me anything. He could have given me bhakti. He could have given me, even if she wanted material thing, she could have asked, okay, give me 100 servants to cut the wood and take the wood." But what should she ask? Entonces, eso es la historia de una mujer que está llevando leña para la casa, y entonces esta leña se cae de su cabeza y estaba todo por ahí tirado. Y entonces ella ora a Krishna: "Por favor, ayúdame. Y aparece Krishna, y ella le pide a Krishna que solo me ayude a levantar la leña y ponerlo en la cabeza otra vez. Y luego cuando se fue Krishna, se dio cuenta de la tonta que es, que ha pedido una cosa insignificante, que cuando ha venido Dios tenía que haber pedido algo valioso. So over here the point is that in our philosophy, we come to Krishna to give something to Krishna. We don't want, because already He has given us so much. Already He has given us so many things that we cannot even take account of. But we, as unthankful, ungrateful human beings, we always feel that we have less. We want more and more. But Krishna has given us everything, so what we have to give Krishna is our love, our prema. Because also, what can we give Krishna? Because everything is belonging to Him. If we take something and give to Krishna, it's already belonging to Him. But when we are giving Him something, it's representing our love, our bhakti. Entonces, a Krishna, ¿qué le podemos dar si Él posee todo? Nosotros tenemos que venir a Krishna a ofrecer nuestro amor, nuestro bhakti. Y esto es lo más importante que acepta Krishna. So now, because of the Govardhan festival, just let's speak a little bit, it's only 15 minutes left, about the Govardhan Katha. Although we are going to speak this, I think today afternoon and even today and tomorrow. So first of all, we'll explain who is Govardhan actually. In a sense, Govardhan is non-different from Krishna. Entonces, en esencia, Govardhan no es diferente de Krishna. So Krishna, He expands Himself into different personalities just for increasing the emotion, increasing the love. Because Krishna is actually self-sufficient. He's Atma Rama. But he does to increase, because everybody wants more and more joy. And even Krishna wants more joy. So he expands himself as his own devotee, like Balram is actually expansion of Krishna, but the purpose of Balram is to serve Krishna himself. So the purpose of Govardhan, which is the expansion of Krishna, is to serve Krishna. And not only serve Krishna, to serve also the devotees. Entonces Govardhan es una expansión de Krishna. Krishna expande para aumentar su placer en sus lilas. Entonces esta expansión básicamente es para servir a Krishna mismo. Go, what does go means? Who knows what the go means? Cow, very good. Cow. Also there's another meaning of go. What is the other meaning? Indriya, correct. Very good. And that's why Goswami is one who can control his Indriya, one who can control his senses. And go also means cow. And Vardhan, what is the meaning of Vardhan? Vardhan means to give, to give. So what does Govardhan give? It gives food, it gives blessings, it gives bhakti. So Vardhan, go significa vaca y Vardhan significa el que da bhakti, da alimentación, da tantas cosas, placer a los devotos. So like for example, in that story of Govardhan, I heard in that time of Dwapar Yoga, so we could take a comparison of three devotees. Let's say Yudhishthir Maharaj, Uddhava and Govardhan. Okay, so nosotros vamos a comparar tres devotos de Krishna, Yudhishthir, que estaban titulados como Haridas, Yudhishthir, Uddhava y Govardhan. So Yudhishthir used to remember Krishna when he was in problems. Whenever Yudhishthir in problem, oh Krishna, help me. Yudhishthir se acordaba de Krishna cuando estaba en problemas siempre. Cuando había peleas, cuando había guerra, oh Krishna. And Krishna would come, he would help because Krishna is Janardana. He's pleasing, he's Bhakta Vatsalya. Krishna would help. Now, Uddhava would not call Krishna when he had problems. Uddhava would go to Krishna when Krishna had problems. Okay, see the difference? When Krishna was in some fix, like Krishna was missing the gopis of Vrindavan, Krishna was missing the Vrajavasis, he called Uddhava, okay, you go and solve my problem because these people are suffering because of my separation. Entonces Uddhava era más elevado porque Uddhava solucionaba los problemas de Krishna. Cuando Krishna estaba en separación o los Vrajavasis estaban en separación de él, se acordaba de él y estaba sufriendo, entonces Krishna mandaba a Uddhava para apaciguar a los Vrajavasis. But now Govardhan is even one step further. Govardhan does not even solve the problem of Krishna, but also of his devotees. Because Krishna loves his devotees more than anyone else. So Govardhan is always giving so much, giving water, giving food, giving grass for the cows. And then when the Vrajavasis were all in the problem, what did Krishna do? He lifted the Govardhan hill and the whole Govardhan hill was taking all the water, but the Vrajavasi were not even getting one drop wet. That is the glory of Govardhan. Govardhan Dham ki Jai. So entonces Govardhan es incluso más misericordioso porque ayuda a Krishna y ayuda a los devotos, porque Krishna quiere a sus devotos más que a nadie. Entonces Govardhan se ofrece para dar ese servicio, y cuando fue el tiempo, cuando Indra estaba lanzando esta lluvia tan terrible, entonces Govardhan ofreció su cuerpo para proteger a todos los Vrajavasis. So the history goes that Govardhan was the son of a mountain. Let me see, written it over here. It's a mountain called Dronachala. Dronachala was a mountain. So in the spiritual world, every even inert thing has life. And so this mountain had a son called Govardhan. And there was a rishi called Pulatsya Rishi. Pulatsya Rishi was actually the father of Ravana. So Pulatsya Rishi once goes to just for sightseeing, and he sees this Govardhan hill. And he falls in love with this Govardhan hill because Govardhan was very beautiful, full of rivers, flowers, vegetables, very green. And he wanted to take the Govardhan hill to his place where he was staying in Kashi. Entonces una vez Pulatsya Rishi, que era el padre de Ravana, quería llevar la colina de Govardhan a Kashi, donde él vivía. Entonces pidió a su padre, a Dronachala, por favor dame su hijo. So when Govardhan's father heard this, he was very sad because he was very attached to Govardhan. He said, no, you should not take my son. But he was afraid because all this rishi had lots of powers and they could give, a curse. So he hesitated and then finally agreed. Entonces Pulatsya Rishi, el padre de Govardhan, estaba un poco triste porque Pulatsya Rishi pidió que le diera la colina de Govardhan para llevarlo con él a Kashi. So then when he agreed, so Govardhan knew that Krishna had some plans because he's Krishna himself, but as a devotee. So he told Pulatsya Rishi, I can come with you only on one condition, that if you are taking me somewhere, because he was going to carry him with his mystic power, but if you are taking me somewhere and you keep me, once you keep me, then I will not move. That is the condition. Entonces Govardhan se acordó con Pulatsya Rishi, dice, aunque me quiere llevar, yo voy a ir contigo solo en una condición: si algún sitio tú me dejas, yo ya no voy a mover. O sea, si tú con tu poder místico me quiere llevar, me puede llevar, pero el sitio que me deje, yo voy a plantarme y de ahí no muevo. So entonces Pulatsya Rishi was flying in the air, taking this Govardhan hill, and he passes through Vrajabhumi, through Vrindavan. And now Govardhan, with his mystic power, he makes himself feel very heavy, very heavy. So Pulatsya Rishi was a little tired and he wanted to rest. So he puts him down for some time. And now Govardhan says, I'm not going to move from here. This was a condition and you brought me here, and now this is going to be my eternal home. Entonces Pulatsya Rishi estaba, and this was happening in Satyuga. So Pulatsya Rishi le llevó a la colina Govardhan, y cuando estaba volando, Govardhan se hizo muy pesado cuando estaba por Vrajabhumi, y entonces Pulatsya Rishi le dejó abajo, y una vez abajo ya Govardhan dijo que yo no voy a mover. So Pulatsya Rishi got very angry. He said, because you have cheated me, now I'm going to give you a curse that every year or something, or every month, your size is going to reduce by 1 grain of sesame grain, mostasa, semilla de mostasa. So that's why we see Govardhan's size is always shrinking. Govardhan was a very huge mountain, big mountain, but now we can see his size is shrinking. But that is also Krishna's Leela. So entonces Govardhan estaba maldecido por Pulatsya Rishi, porque Pulatsya Rishi dijo que tú me has engañado, y entonces tu tamaño va a estar reduciendo cada año. And then also there's another story. This happened in Satyuga. So after Satyuga, what is there? Treta. No, after Satyuga, Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga. And Treta Yuga, who comes? Which Krishna comes as whom? Ramachandra. Correct, Ramachandra. So when Krishna came as Ramachandra, Govardhan wanted to serve Ramachandra also. So Hanuman promised Ramachandra that they were making this bridge, from Lanka to India, and they needed big rocks. So Hanuman was going to fly and take the Govardhan and bring it to Ramachandra so that they can use the rocks. And Govardhan was very happy. But while doing so, the Ramachandra said that now we don't need more rocks because already we got sufficient, so no need of bringing Govardhan. And when Govardhan heard this, he felt very sad that I could not serve. So then Hanuman told him, don't worry, that in Dwapar Yoga, Lord Ramchandra is going to appear as Krishna Chandra, and he is going to have very beautiful pastimes with you. Entonces luego hay otra historia que en Treta Yuga, Señor Hanuman quería llevar a Govardhan para Ramachandra, para que haga el puente que Ramachandra hizo para ir a Lanka. Pero antes de que fuera, Ramachandra dijo que ya no hace falta más roca, tenemos suficiente. Y Govardhan, cuando escuchó, se sintió muy triste. Pero Hanuman le dijo que no te preocupe, en Dwapara Yuga, Krishna va a aparecer y va a tener bellos pasatiempos. So we see that Govardhan was always in the mood of service. A devotee, a pure devotee, always wants to serve the Lord. He does not care for himself. He only wants to serve the devotee and serve the Lord. Entonces un devoto puro siempre quiere servir al Señor. Él no le importa su placer o sus demandas de cuerpo, de mente. So we as sadhaka devotees, we are not in that level yet, but at least by regular practice of devotional service, doing daily, chanting, hearing Krishna Katha, and reading, associating with devotees, even if we are tired, even if we don't like, even if there's lots of distraction, we just have to do it to slowly build up that stage where we can reach to Prema Bhakti. Because reaching Prema Bhakti is not very easy, but the only way to do is this one, is to please the Lord by our sincere effort. Entonces, nosotros como sadhakas, lo que tenemos que hacer es cantar las rondas, cantar mantra de Hare Krishna, seguir los principios, asociar con los devotos, leer acerca de Krishna. Y haciendo esto, podemos despertar un poco de amor para Krishna, y Krishna nos ayuda con su misericordia. So, we are, by Lord's mercy, by Prabhupada's mercy, by the mercy of Vaishnavas, we are today here, and these days are like they call as the bonus days, because in the month of Kartik, everything what we do is multiplied, and Govardhan is another multiplication more, even more further, because Krishna is very happy when we worship Lord Govardhan, and that he showed when he had this beautiful pastime with Lord Indra, which they are going to discuss later, that how he saved the residents of Vrindavan by lifting the Govardhan hill, how he taught Lord Indra that he is not the Supreme Lord, he is just given the powers by Krishna and should not be misused. So in one pastime, so many things were being demonstrated. Entonces hoy en día muy auspicioso, tenemos que absorber máximo en leer, en cantar, en recordar a Krishna y asociar con los devotos, porque este mes es como un mes de gran bendiciones. Krishna se complace y todo lo que se hace en servicio devocional, el beneficio se multiplica por miles, y ese día todavía más, porque Govardhan es muy, muy querido por Krishna, y eso es la historia que luego lo vamos a contar durante el día o mañana, el pasatiempo muy bonito de cómo Krishna hizo que los residentes de Vrindavan haga un yagya para complacer a Govardhan, que no para complacer a Indra, y Govardhan aceptó todo esa ofrenda que los Brajavasis han traído, miles de kilos de arroz, de dal, de laddus, de montaña, de dulce, que mañana vamos a hacer esa montaña. So tomorrow we are going to make this mountain of halwa, just a small representation of what happened in the real Govardhan Leela. So, muchas gracias por atención. Si alguien tiene preguntas, comentarios, dudas, podéis hacer. Si no, pues ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, गोवर्धन की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि 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 बोल,
आनंद वर्धन प्रभु की जय।
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय।